There is a kind of silence that doesn't come from loneliness, it comes from peace. In a world obsessed with connection, validation, and constant companionship, those who live alone often become misunderstood. Society whispers, they are lonely, they are broken, they are missing something. But Zen wisdom reveals a deeper truth: those who walk alone are not empty, they are whole in a way few can understand. When one withdraws from the noise of relationships, the world sees loss. But what truly happens is the beginning of rediscovery, the uncovering of the self beneath layers of attachment, expectation, and illusion. This video unveils the unseen world of people who live alone without a relationship, not as a story of sadness, but as a revelation of inner mastery. Let's dive into the truth, through the lens of Zen wisdom. The misunderstood path of solitude. Most people think living alone means missing something, but in Zen, solitude is not absence, it is presence in its purest form. Those who live alone are often seen as running away from love or hiding from connection. Yet Zen teaches that when the soul grows tired of noise, it seeks silence. It's not rejection of people, it's the remembrance of peace. In the temple of one's own mind, the truly awakened don't escape the world, they see through it. They learn that constant interaction clouds the awareness that leads to enlightenment. Living alone becomes not a punishment, but a practice, a purification of energy, where one learns to sit with their own company without needing anyone to complete them. The Zen meaning of being alone. Zen doesn't define alone as lonely. To Zen, being alone is to return to your natural state, free from labels, roles, and emotional dependencies. When you are alone, you see clearly how the world shapes people into masks. In relationships, many lose their essence trying to be loved. Alone, you stop performing. You begin to see how peace was always waiting behind the chaos. The Zen master teaches, when you are alone, you meet your truest teacher, yourself. This is the truth most cannot face. The one who can sit alone in silence without seeking distraction holds a strength greater than those who depend on constant companionship. The psychological power of solitude. Science calls it psychological independence. Zen calls it inner stillness. When a person lives alone, they begin to understand the subtle patterns of their mind. They see emotions rise and fade, thoughts form and dissolve, without resistance. This self-observation builds emotional balance. Those who can live alone develop sharper intuition, greater creativity, and higher self-discipline. Their energy is not scattered trying to please others, it flows inward, cultivating focus, awareness, and spiritual strength. It's not that they dislike relationships, they simply seek connection without losing themselves. And that kind of connection only arises after deep solitude. The difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a craving for company, solitude is the mastery of being your own company. One drains energy, the other renews it, one cries for attention, the other finds freedom in silence. When a person grows spiritually mature, they no longer fear being alone. Instead, They fear losing their inner peace to wrong company. Zen Wisdom says, "Better to walk alone in clarity than in a crowd of confusion." Loneliness is a wound that needs healing, solitude is the healing itself. Why some souls are called to walk alone. Not every soul fits into the pattern of relationships and noise. Some are born with a different rhythm, an inner calling that cannot be satisfied through normal attachment. In Zen terms, these are the old souls or quiet flames. They come to this life not to be entangled, but to evolve. Their mission is not connection, but consciousness. While others seek partners to complete them, these souls are sent to discover the completeness that was always within. Their path seems lonely only to those who cannot walk it. But to them, it is the highest form of freedom, the liberation from needing validation to feel alive. How relationships can distract the spirit. Relationships can be beautiful, but they can also become prisons of attachment. Zen warns of this, the tendency to seek happiness through another person instead of through inner stillness. When love becomes dependency, the self is lost. When love becomes attachment, suffering follows. Those who live alone learn to love without ownership, to care without control. They learn that peace cannot come from another heartbeat, only from their own breath. In solitude, they master detachment, not coldness, but clarity. They don't reject love, they transcend the need for it. The hidden strength of people who live alone. There is a quiet strength that radiates from those who live alone. They make their own rules, they trust their own timing, they rely on their own wisdom. When others fear silence, they thrive in it. When others seek distraction, they seek stillness. Their happiness is not a performance, it is a vibration. They live intentionally, not emotionally. They understand that peace comes from simplicity, not social approval. Such people are not antisocial, they are anti-chaos. They don't need constant company because their mind is already their best companion. The spiritual evolution in solitude. In Zen teachings, solitude is a sacred stage of transformation. When a person withdraws from outer attachment, their inner energy begins to align. During this time, the ego dissolves. The need to prove, possess, and please disappears. The heart becomes clear like a still lake. In this stillness, truth reveals itself. You were never incomplete, never unloved, never abandoned. You were only distracted. Those who stay long enough in silence begin to feel unity with everything. The loneliness fades because they no longer feel separate from life itself. Why society fears the solitary person. Society thrives on conformity. It teaches that happiness means being surrounded, being in love, being wanted. So when someone lives alone and thrives, it threatens the illusion, because such a person shows that fulfillment doesn't depend on external validation. Society fears those who are free from its emotional economy, people who don't seek approval, who don't chase attention, who can sit alone and smile. Zen calls them unbound souls. Their peace is dangerous to illusion because it cannot be controlled. Signs you are spiritually growing through solitude. 1. You no longer chase attention or affection. 2. Your thoughts quiet faster than before. 3. You enjoy silence more than noise. 4. You forgive easily and argue less. 5. You crave peace, not entertainment. 6. You are not lonely, only selective with energy. 7. You sense when energy feels wrong and step back naturally. 8. You prefer depth over drama. 9. You listen more, talk less. 10. You feel love for all, but attachment to none. These are the signs that solitude is doing its sacred work, turning your aloneness into awakening. How to master the art of living alone. Zen teaches that living alone is not about cutting off the world, it's about living with awareness in it. Here are the core principles. Create rituals. Light a candle, meditate, clean your space, treat your solitude as a temple. Silence the mind daily. Meditation is not escape, it's realignment, detach from digital noise. Solitude loses its power when the phone replaces peace. Nurture your body and spirit. Cook for yourself with love. Walk in silence. Write what your soul whispers. Observe without judgment. When emotions arise, don't fight them. Watch them fade like clouds passing the sky. This is how solitude becomes sacred, not loneliness, but enlightenment in motion. The Zen truth, alone yet one with everything. Those who live alone without a relationship are not lost, they are in a sacred season of realignment. In Zen, the goal is not to escape relationships, but to rise above attachment, to reach the state where being alone or with someone makes no difference to peace. Such people carry a rare vibration, calm, grounded, untouchable. Their aura disturbs those still trapped in chaos because it mirrors what they secretly crave, inner freedom. To live alone without loneliness is to live as the universe itself, whole, silent, infinite. That is the highest Zen state, the art of needing nothing and being everything. If this message speaks to your soul, let it remind you, solitude is not your weakness. It is your training ground. You are not behind in life because you live alone, you are being prepared to live beyond illusions. So, stay rooted. Stay peaceful, and when silence calls, answer it with love, because in that silence, you will find the universe within you. If this video brought clarity to your path, subscribe for more Zen wisdom, and share this message with someone who walks the same road of silence. Let peace lead the way, always.